Hello Commanders, I'm Commander Gremlinspotter and welcome to Volume 2 of the Exploration Basics Guide. In this video, I'm going to briefly talk about the system map and then talk about the galaxy map as it pertains to exploration. Be sure to check out the link below for Volume 1 where I explain the Codex Hub. This series of videos is good for new commanders or for commanders that have taken a break from the game for a while and have missed all the recent changes to exploration. No matter what role you play in Elite Dangerous, every commander uses the system and galaxy map. I'm going to show you how to get the most out of both maps as an explorer. The system map is pretty basic, but I do want to talk about a few things that some of the greener commanders might not know about. The system map basically shows you all the stars and planets that are in the system. By placing your marker over each planet or star, you can learn more about that astronomical body. Just click over on this, go here, click here, and you can see a little bit about the star and about each of the planets. So if there's space station or planetary bases, you can see those too. These are called outposts. These typically handle medium to small padded ships. You see there's a number of those here. Again, you can scroll through here and look at what kind of facilities, docking, contacts, exploration, all that kind of stuff. It also shows you what kind of economy it is, refinery, the major imports, the major exports, and what would be considered prohibited. So it's also, you want to notice how it says relationship. My relationship is neutral, which means I shouldn't have any issues by docking there, provided I have a ship that can do that. The ship I'm currently in, I can only come to these stations. These are the bigger ones. This will handle any ship based on the size. And planetary bases, you can tell those by the 3 hash marks that are on these planets. So I'll go ahead and actually do this one over here. So what you want to look for here is you want to look for services. This one does not have docking services, so you won't be able to get any services here. Basically, you just have to park your ship outside of it and you can drive around it in your SRV. Same with this one. This icon typically means you can dock there, so you see facilities, docking, contacts, exploration. So this is one you'll actually physically be able to dock at and actually do things. So, and the same with this one, is this is a base associated with an engineer. So if you're looking at a planetary base and wanting to know if you can actually dock there and get missions and all that kind of thing, you want to look over at facilities. So put your cursor over it and look at facilities. This one doesn't have facilities, so you won't be able to do any of that. Not much more really to talk about on the planetary or on the system map. So let's go ahead and get started on the galaxy map. I have a few friends that feel the galaxy map is a bit overwhelming, so if you feel the same way, then I hope that at the end of this video you'll have a better understanding of how to use the galaxy map more effectively. Again, I'm only going to focus on the exploration aspects of the galaxy map, but you can do a lot more with it. So this is the system we're in. As you see, there's 4 icons here. Basically, this is just choosing a system, picking it, so we can zoom out. Just go here and click on that, and that basically just gives you the information. You get the same information just by hovering over. Actually, that's not the system I'm in. Where am I? I am over here. For some reason, it picks Summerland. This is the system I'm in. And again, so there's a couple more icons. This is an icon to plot a route to a destination. This icon is to bookmark this particular destination. If there's a particular reason why you want to remember it, you can even name the bookmark. So I've got a couple named Guardian Ruins and that kind of thing, so I know what it is. Otherwise it just puts the system name on there, and after a couple months you go, well, why did I bookmark that? This one is going to allow you to see what the system looks like, provided you've scanned it or you've bought the information for that particular planet, or for that particular system, I'm sorry. And if you haven't, let's just come out here real quick, I'll show you. So this one, it's red, so I cannot I can't look at this system. I can't see what it looks like. I've never scanned this one, so it's going to tell me system map unavailable. So no system data. Now once I go in there and I do what we call a honk, I'll then be able to actually look into that system and see what's there. So let's go ahead and plot a route. Let's go ahead and plot one to one of my favorite places. Let's see, where is it? Where is it? That's Alpha Cygni. Let's see here. Where'd it go? Here it is. NGC 7822 sector. This is a really great nebula for new explorers because there's a lot of black holes to explore here, and this is kind of a highway marker. Like if you're heading out to, say, the Heart and Soul Nebula out in this area, you're going to be able to see this one off in the distance. It's very bright. It's kind of like a lighthouse. So this one gets a lot of attention because a lot of people go there. This bookmark here represents an asteroid base. So not only does it have a bunch of black holes and stuff, but you can come over here and sell some of that data. So again, I can look in the system map and see. And here's our asteroid base. And it does have facilities. I have a friendly relationship with them. So, and again, here's their import exports and what they consider prohibited. So this is the only station that's in this particular system. So let's go ahead and okay, that's not what I wanted to do. Let's go ahead and plot a route. Alright, so we went ahead and got a route plotted. So as you can see, I have a dashed orange line heading to my destination. What this means is that I do not have enough fuel to make it to this destination. So what we'll do is we'll trace this. You can trace your route all the way back. This is the route the computer's plotted based off the number of light years that your jump range is set at. Mine's at 45.69. So each of these jumps will be less than 45.69 light years. This blue that you see here, this blue line represents represents the fuel use the jet cone boost fastest routes. This is using a neutron star, and I will do a video on how to successfully use a neutron star boost or a white dwarf boost, and how to fuel scoop. This is where fuel scoop becomes very important with your ship because, as you can see, this is as far as I can make it in my ship with a full tank of gas. So fuel scooping becomes very important. And we'll get into a little bit more on the fuel scooping and how to make sure you can get to your place where you want to get to without having to worry about losing losing fuel and getting stranded. So we'll talk about that here in a minute. But basically, this is as far as I can go. So with fuel scoops, I can extend this out. So this, what the solid yellow or orange line means, is that you have enough fuel to get to these particular areas, and this icon represents the last fuelable scoopable star. If you go past this point, you will not find another scoopable star within range. So you want to make sure you're constantly fuel scooping. I fuel scoop on every star as much as I can before I go to my next. It doesn't really take that long if you have really good fuel scoops. So next, we'll go ahead and talk about these right here. So you can set up an economical route which has a maximum of 1,000 light years in distance. So let's see here. Basically, what that means is if I want to go to, this system here, set it up, so it's going to hit all these systems. So this is set up as the most economical route. As you can see, I'm going to hit a lot of systems on the way there, and so, but it's the best use of the fuel that you have on board. You can't do it all the way out to where we went to. You just don't have enough fuel to even do it as a economical route. So, but if I wanted to do that same one, fastest route, as you can see, with a fuel scoop, I only get 3 more jumps, and I can make it there. So, use the jet cone boost. This is going to plot the neutron stars and white dwarfs into your route, which a neutron star can give you about 3 times the amount of jump range that you're normally used to. So that can help cut down the number of jumps, especially if there's a lot of neutron stars along the way. And then this is the FSD boost. This is going to cost you some materials, but basically if you decide to do this, you come down here for no boost. At level 1, as you can see, my jump range changed to 57, level 2 68, and level 3 91. So this is good for 1 jump. So, and the way you'll do that is you'll come over here to your inventory screen. You come all the way down here to synthesis, FSD injections, and this is what it's going to cost to do a basic. This is what's going to get you 25% distance. This is what it costs you to get 50% to your normal distance. And then it tells you down here I have 96 injections available. So, and this one I have 96, and this one I have 69 injections available for level 3, which is basically doubling your range. It only works for 1 jump though, and then you have to recharge it. So, if you find yourself stranded out there and you've got some materials, it's always good to, if you find these materials on a planet when you're exploring, to go ahead and collect them, because you never know when you might need that especially that level 3 jump like this one. So now, how is it that we don't have to worry about that? So what you can do is you can come to these filters. You come to map, and there's a bunch of different filters here, right? So let's see here. One of the filters that you can use as an explorer, civilization filter. And what this does is it has all the white dots are human civilizations. If it's blue, it's a guardian, and if it's green, that means it's a Thargoid. And I'll show you a little bit about that. I know we got some Thargoid stuff out here by. I'm having a hard time. Here's some Thargoid stuff right here in the Pleiades sector. Few and far between. And I don't know exactly where the Thargoid stuff is. Usually on a landable planet. Yeah, so I haven't personally mapped this planet, so I don't know. But if you come in here and you honk, it'll let you know where it is. So once you scan each of these planets, it'll let you know if there's Thargoids or not. And then, of course, the Guardian stuff. I know exactly where we can find some Guardian ruins. This isn't the only place where they're at, but this is definitely a place where I know they are. So it'll look blue just like this, and that's where you know you've got some Guardian stuff there. Again, like I said in another video, the other giveaway for Guardians is if you're exploring on a planet and you find brain trees, you're typically within 300 or 400 light years of a system that has Guardian stuff in it. Alright, one of the other filters that we'll use as an explorer, or as helpful as an explorer, is of course star class. So the one thing you want to remember is, as an explorer, typically, especially as a beginning explorer, when you're setting up a new place to go to, you want to have the following stars show up. and then make sure you apply it to the filter. What this does when you apply it to the filter means that when you set up a route, it's only going to route you through these types of stars. Each one of these stars is a scoopable star. So O, B, A, F, G, K, M, and another way you can remember that, O, be a fine girl, kiss me. So, or come up with your own. But basically, those are the ones. If you set it up like this and you set a destination somewhere and it gets you there, then you will always have a star to fuel up off of. Now, if you're looking for a white dwarf, or if you're looking for a neutron star, then you'll want to come down here and you can add, I'm sorry, oh no, the carbon, where to go? White dwarf, and then non-sequence stars are going to be, those will be your neutron stars. So if you're looking for neutron boosts, you want to look for non-sequence stars. White dwarfs will also give you a boost, however they're a lot more dangerous as they have a much bigger excursion zone and a lot shorter tails, and you will see that in my next video where I actually show you how to get boosts off of white dwarfs and non-sequence stars. And then of course there's this one. This is if you're in an area and you're not sure but you have or haven't explored already, then you can come here and it'll show you all the red ones are areas you have not been to, and if it's blue, then that is an area that is a system you have been to. I'm surprised. I thought I've been to most of these, so because I know for sure I've been down here. This map can be a little crazy sometimes. Yeah, so I've been to this one, although the reason that one doesn't look quite blue is because of it's or nebula, so the nebula is kind of masking what that color is. But so as you can see here, all the blue ones are systems that I have been to, the red ones are systems that I have not been to. So if you find yourself in an area that you really want to explore and you want to explore it fairly thoroughly, this is a good way to go about doing that. That way you can tell which systems you've already been to, which ones you haven't at a glance, and not having to scroll over each one to see if you've been there or not. Sorry, I keep coming out of the galaxy map. And overall, that's pretty much all I use as an explorer for the system map. There's a lot more you can do with it. You can look for commodities. This is more for trade. If you're looking for a particular, if you're looking for a Federation system, all the blue ones are Federation. Empire, your blue ones. You can turn these off too, so if you only want to look for Empire, you can just set that one up. If you want to see them all, you just highlight them all, and then you can tell where you're going to be going. Services, if you're looking for a particular service, these don't always work right. These, sometimes you have to give them time to actually show up, but I don't really care for this one. And of course, what kind of government, what kind of economy and state, and all that kind of stuff, what kind of security it has. So low, high, medium, and that kind of thing. So just get in there and play with them a little bit, and you'll start learning what they are. Eventually, I'll do a video on trade, and I'll explain some of these trade ones a little bit more. There's been a lot of changes to trade, so I've got to play with it a little bit and then figure it out, and then I can do a video that's a little more informed. So that's pretty much it for exploration. That wraps it up for Volume 2 of the Exploration Basics Guide. Be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on Volume 3, Fuel Scooping and Using Neutron Stars and White Dwarfs to Supercharge your FSD. If you enjoyed the video, then come see me on Mixer. If you missed out on Volume 1 of the Exploration Basics Guide, you can find links to both in the description below. Thank you for watching my video, and I hope to see you back. Happy scanning, Commanders.